What's up, guys? Master Joda here, back with another Clash video. Today we're going to be playing this crazy Wallbreakers Goblin Drill deck. Guys, Goblin Drill, okay, I was kind of wrong about it. In that first video I just said it was kind of strong, but turns out this card is actually pretty overpowered. Yeah, the whole Clash community is kind of in a rage about how strong the card is. I don't want to see it get emergency nerfed just because I think it's a really fun card, and I think we should just kind of put up with it for about a month. I really don't think it's as broken as like the Mother Witch or the E-Barbs. I just think most people don't know how to play against it yet. But I want to see it stay strong because I think it's a really fun card and you can play it in a lot of different ways. And yeah, but yeah, let's go ahead and get on to the gameplay. This is going to be a fun one, guys. We're playing against every video today is going to be a player from the top 10,000. From the top 10,000 from the previous season. So these people, these are people who have ranked high in recent seasons. So really solid players, and we get some really solid wins in this video. We are top 10,000, right inside the top 10,000 right now. It is early season, but still pretty solid, and we're playing a new card. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into some of this gameplay, guys. So getting into these replays, guys, we got quite a bit of replays today. So this first matchup, we're going to be going against Delta. He's going to be playing a double Prince deck. Delta placed 2,800 in the world last season and had 7147 trophies. So just a really solid player, and he's going to be playing double Prince. So let's see how this matchup plays out for us. So good starting play with this deck, guys, is going to be Wallbreakers Split. You'll see me do that play a lot, especially at the beginning of the game. You're not going to want to split Wallbreakers, later on in the game, because they'll start, building up counter pushes off of that 2 elixir that you use. So, it's really just a start and play. We're going to go ahead and go in with a counter push here with that Dark Goblin and Goblin Drill, get a little bit of chip on that Dark Prince. And this is going to be a pretty easy defense. We got the Princess set up in that bottom right corner. And guys, if you see there how I place those skeletons, if you don't place them correctly, the Dark Prince will actually splash onto all the skeletons. So you need to place those skeletons as high up as you can. So that way the Dark Prince has to hit those skeletons twice, and it gives you a little bit more time on defense. And this is the crazy thing about the Goblin Drill right here, guys. Like, he had to respond with 7 elixir, a E-Wiz and a Mega Minion, and it killed the E-Wiz and still got tower damage. So that's the crazy thing about the Goblin Drill, just gets so much value, and if they don't have the right counters in hand, it can really just wreck an opponent. He is going to get some damage here, but we've got 6 elixir on the field, so we got about a 3 or 4 elixir advantage on him right here. He doesn't have a good answer for these wall breakers, so he's going to have to go in with a fireball, which is just not good for him, and he's still got to respond to that Princess on the right. So we know we're up quite a bit of elixir, and he's still got to respond to that Princess. So we're just going to keep applying opposite pressure so our Princess can keep chipping away at his right tower. And, he's just kind of sucked on elixir right now, guys. He can't really do much. We're going to kite with that Ice Golem here. And our Princess is going to be able to stay alive because he had to blow that fireball on the wall breakers. So we're in a really good position here. We got pretty good damage on both towers. We're going to protect our Princess there. If you see, he was going in with that miner, and we were able to protect the Princess. If you play Princess a lot, you need to work on protecting the Princess. It can be really frustrating when they don't have their fireball in hand and they go in with a miner to try and take out your Princess, and you just do a good job of protecting. Can be really frustrating for opponent. He's going to go in with a giant in the back here, guys, and we're just going to go in really aggressive with a opposite lane push here. And this is the crazy thing, guys. Like, he dumped 8 elixir with a fireball and a Dark Prince to try and stop that push, and we completely took out his Dark Prince and took out his entire tower. So that just didn't work out at all for him there, and this is going to be a pretty smooth defense. This is what I was talking about. Just, how much value the Goblin Drill can get on offense and defense, guys, is just crazy. It pretty much completely defended that first giant he had coming at us and distracted that Prince. So yeah, guys, this is what I'm talking about. Just a really solid card, and let's go ahead and get on to the next game. So we're going to be playing Elvin Jr. here, and this is another top 10,000 player. He ranked sub 5,000 last year in the world. And yeah, guys, let's go ahead and get into this gameplay here. He's going to be playing a Hog deck with Valkyrie. And yeah, guys, you're going to be seeing Valkyrie everywhere. If you don't play Valkyrie a lot, you might want to start because Valkyrie is going to be crucial against Goblin Drill. Just a great answer to Goblin Drill and a great defensive card in general. So yeah, you're definitely going to start seeing Valkyrie pretty much everywhere right now in the meta just because she is so good against Goblin Drill. But we are going to protect our princess there and make it a little aggravating for him. Get some chip with that Dark Goblin and see what kind of push he goes. He's going to plop a Valkyrie right there. And the Ice Golem is going to be huge in this deck, guys, because, you know, kiting things like the P.E.K.K.A., the Prince, Valkyrie, pretty much, I mean, any non-building targeting unit, you're going to be doing some really good kiting with the Ice Golem in this deck. So if you're not good at kiting with the Ice Golem, you definitely need to practice that because it'll definitely help you out a lot. I don't really know that interaction that just happened with the Goblin Drill. It looked like he had placed that skeleton army after it landed, but somehow it still took out that skeleton army, so that was kind of unfortunate for him, but lucky for us. And yeah, guys, if you don't have a play, you can, I mean, you can either go like Ice Golem in the back or Princess in the back. If you know that you need the Ice Golem to kite things, like if they have, you know, a Prince or P.E.K.K.A., you don't want to waste the Ice Golem. But against certain decks, you can play the Ice Golem in the back. You can always cycle Skeletons in the back. And guys, just like last game, like this is what's so awesome about the Goblin Drill. You get good defensive value, and he's got to respond to these goblins. I mean, you got 5 goblins coming at you on offense, and that's quite a bit of damage if you don't respond to them. And guys, right here, just like that first push, he's got the Valkyrie and the Prince, 2 non-building targeting units. So that's just going to be a really easy kite. We're going to get a lot of value from our Ice Golem. And he's going to have to go in with a Tornado, or that was just going to like be a really futile push for him. But it still didn't get the job done. And I mean, he never has enough elixir to break through. I mean, it's just pretty crazy because, you know, he's got to waste his Valk and Prince and Tornado just to try and break through our Ice Golem and Princess. And then, you know, he's just going in with naked hogs instead of like huge hog pushes. So the Goblin Drill is just going to be able to answer him pretty easily. He does get us with a pretty good Tornado there, but not going to be too much of an issue. We're just going to log that Prince and plop down the Goblin Drill and go in with the Skeletons. But I mean, yeah, guys, it's just too late for him. And yeah, really solid player, but as you can see here, we just didn't have any trouble with this deck, guys, facing this deck right here. So yeah, that's going to be GG's, and let's get ready for the next one. So yeah, getting into this next matchup, we're going to be playing Fran. He's got kind of a weird Hog P.E.K.K.A. deck, but this is also a top 10,000 player from last season, guys. Really solid player. He plays a P.E.K.K.A. Hog Freeze deck. So yeah, guys, let's go ahead and get into this gameplay and see what Fran has for us. So as you can see, we're going to start off with the wall breaker split, just like in the last game. And usually it'll get an answer out. You just kind of want to fill out your opponent in most matchups, guys. Get a good feel of what their deck is before you know, go in really hard because, I mean, since you're playing such a cheap deck, if you go in really hard, you can get punished really hard. So you kind of just want to fill them out at first. And he's got the wizard coming at us, so we're just going to go in with a Ice Golem to distract that wizard. We're going to wait for the wizard to lock onto our Ice Golem, and then we got the Skeletons and the Dark Goblin on that hog. He's going to actually waste that freeze there, so that was really good for us. And unfortunately, we didn't get that. Dark Goblin tanked for by the Goblin Drill, but we're still going to get quite a bit of damage with the Goblin Drill because he had to respond to that Dark Goblin with Skeleton Army. He's going to go in with a Tesla for our Princess there. And we're in a pretty good position. We got a little bit of an elixir advantage on him and the damage advantage. We're just going to go in with Skeletons and Dark Prince on his hog. And I think it's only going to be one hit, yeah. So we're going to go with the Dark Goblin to snipe this Tesla because we don't know if he's going to play a tank. So we want to protect our Dark Prince just a little bit, and he's got to answer this right here. There's going to be a lot of damage. So yeah, guys, we're just going to keep applying pressure. We had a little bit of an elixir lead. We're still going to get, 300 or 400 damage there. So pretty good for us there. We don't know if he's going to go with the hog here or not, so we're just going to kind of play reactively. He does, but we know he doesn't have enough elixir for the freeze here, since it was still single elixir time, so we don't take too much damage. Yeah, we're going to start going in for our Goblin Drill pushes here. He's got to respond with a Skarmy, and our Dark Goblin's going to be able to get some good value. And a really good defensive play in this deck, guys, just like most bait decks, is going to be the Princess in the opposite lane, because he's just going to be raining down. She's just going to be raining down fire, and they either just have to deal with that, or waste elixir to the other side to take her out. And yeah, guys, other than that, I mean, you just kind of play this deck like 2.6 Hog Rider. I mean, look at this. Like, he can't really do anything. We got the two princesses set up, the Dark Goblin and the Ice Golem kiting. And we know he's going to have to go in with a Skarmy here, so we log. And that's going to be a connection on the tower with the Dark Goblin, and he's just in all kind of trouble here, guys. And I mean, like I said, guys, these are all really solid players. These are people who ranked in the top 10,000, were 7,000 trophy players last season. And, I mean, we're just kind of making these matches look easy. So that just goes to show you how powerful the Goblin Drill is. So, yeah, if you don't have it leveled up. Well, actually, it doesn't even matter because it's completely maxed out or it's whatever your King Tower level is. So, yeah, guys, just start getting good with the Goblin Drill because it's definitely going to be meta this next month or so. So getting into our last game, we're going to be playing Spider-Man. He's going to be playing a Royal Giant, Dark Prince, and Mother Witch deck with the Fisherman. And he's going to have the Log and the Fireball, I believe. He's going to have that Dark Prince in there, just like I was saying about the Valkyrie being everywhere right now, guys. You're going to see a lot of Dark Prince because it's also a very good answer to Goblin Drill. And this deck, I mean, I've played against a lot. It's a really strong deck, really aggravating. I don't know what you guys have experienced when it comes to RG and Mother Witch decks, but they're really aggravating to play against in my experience. And I was kind of worried about this matchup, because we have the skeletons and we got a lot of squishy units that the Mother Witch can get pretty good value off of. But let's see how this matchup goes. Another thing about this deck, guys, is going to be split lane pressure. You're going to be split lane pushing in a lot of these matchups, and it's just a really good split push deck. Just because you can defend, with like the Dark Prince and the Dark Goblin, and since you're going to be playing like defensive princesses in the opposite lane, you can there's just so many combinations. If you have the Dark Prince and the Dark Goblin going in on the counter push on the one lane, you can, put Wall Breakers and Goblin Drill on the opposite lane. Or, just feel out your opponent's deck, if they're playing Mega Knight or something like that, you're not going to want to keep going in the same lane, or build up, big pushes, because they can get huge value with the Mega Knight or something like that. So in a lot of these matchups, you're going to want to go with the split lane pressure because you're playing a cheaper deck and it'll be easier to defend if you split lane pressure. So we're just going to go in with skeletons and a princess for this Dark Prince here. That's going to take care of that nicely. He's going to go in with the RG in the back, so we're going to apply some pressure. We're going to go in with the Goblin Drill. And this is what I'm saying, guys. We're going opposite lane here, and he's either going to have to respond to that princess and the Goblin Drill, or he's just going to lose his tower. And he still takes a ton of damage, and he just doesn't have a lot of elixir to, have a lot of offense. He gets one hit with that RG, and, that's just not going to be enough for him, guys. Let's see. We're going to snipe the Mother Witch with the Dark Goblin here. If you play Mother Witch a lot, guys, you need to learn that you just need to try as fast as you can to get Mother Witch off the map. Because the longer you leave her up there, she can just get massive value and just keep stacking value. So yeah, guys, you need to, if you don't have Fireball especially, it can be aggravating, but yeah, just take out the Mother Witch as fast as you can, because the less time she's on the map, that's going to be better for you. And I mean, guys, like, again, like, I mean, just in every matchup we've shown, like, we haven't really struggled at all, you know? And I mean, I know I'm picking the matches that I'm playing. I have lost some matches with this deck for sure, but for the most part, you know, I've I've been playing really strong with this deck. And I mean, I just started playing it like a day ago. And I mean, it's just really solid, guys. These were all solid players who placed in the top 10,000 last season, 7,000 trophy players. So just good players. And I mean, we just made it look easy for the most part, guys. So yeah, just a really solid deck, really fun deck. If you don't play Fast Cycle a lot, you'll it'll definitely be a switch up for you. So yeah, guys, just a really fun video, and hopefully you can learn a little bit, learn how to play the Goblin Drill. Just a really fun card. Like I was saying, if you haven't played it yet, you definitely need to learn how, because it's going to be a huge part of the meta for the next month at least, unless they, you know, emergency nerf it. But I don't see that happening because they didn't do it with the Mother Witch. But yeah, guys, if you enjoyed the content, please leave a like, subscribe, comment, and stay tuned for any videos to come in the future. If you didn't enjoy any of the content that you saw, guys, please leave that in the comments as well, and I'll try and correct that for the next video. But until then, see you soon, guys.